Hey, good morning, powerfully positive people. I am Suzanne Taylor. I am your host here in this amazingly huge group. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your positive journey. And if you get a little inspiration from some of the posts here in the group, let people know and interact, share a little bit about your journey. I'd be excited to read it. So, I am a life, wellness, and positive psychology coach, speaker, trainer, and soon to be author. Yeah, very exciting. More on that later. And one of my missions in life is to inspire people to become more positive in the face of life's challenges. And when I began my studies in positive psychology, I did not have a name for my personality type. Like what made me be able to face life's challenges and get through them. And my very first day of Positive Psychology 101, I learned the word resilient. And that really, one, it made me emotional in that day because I said, oh my God, finally, I have a word for what has helped me get through some really big life challenges. Hey, Carla, thanks for having on. Excited to see you. Well, not see you, but have you seen me? Hope you're having a great day. So this word resilient has popped up numerous times in my life. I can't tell you how many times. Like, I say to myself, just remember, be resilient. This too shall pass, whatever positive mantras I can come up with. So recently, I've had a little bit of a struggle with some pain in my physical body, not due to anything, it's an old injury, but basically like, oh, it's back to bother me again type of thing. And I haven't dealt with it the same way this time. And I wanted to share with you how much different when my neck started bothering me 2 weeks ago. And then it proceeded down my back to my hip to my ankle. It was a whole kinetic chain reaction. I knew exactly what was happening because of my personal training background. And I just knew immediately what was happening, that the neck was throwing off the back, which was throwing off the hip, which was throwing off the ankle. But this isn't about the pain in my body. This was about the thoughts that were happening when it started. So immediately, as soon as my neck starts to tighten up, my throat gets tight and sore. I might even choke on food because of the swelling inside of my neck. And immediately this time, instead of saying, oh God, no, not again, and all the things that I couldn't do the next day or the following day or the following week would pop into my head. Like, I can't take spin class. I can't go running. I can't ride my bike with my son. I'm going to have an issue if I go to play golf. So none of those things came into my head this time. Now, this was one because of some affirmation work that I had basically kind of put to the side or thought I was good. And I had recently started doing it again and had created some new affirmations. And two, because of a couple clients I'm helping right now with some negative life events, I have adopted this way of talking about negative life experiences and how to reframe them. And as always, helping other people through their challenges helps me. So I want to share with you, and if you're jumping on and watching, say hello. Let me know if you've had any particular struggles with staying positive lately, and maybe we can talk about those for a few minutes. So I want to share with you one of the mantras and the reason behind it. And so mantras are like affirmations. It's basically phrases that you repeat to yourself to keep your brain from repeating negative thoughts. Pretty simple. Affirmations work by reprogramming the negative habit that your brain is in, repeating negative things. Like, it's so easy to go towards the negative, but when you repeat positive affirmations to yourself, this trains your brain to wear in that new path of neurons towards the positive, not just repeat that same old, worn-in negative thought loop. And we all have experienced the negative thought loop where one negative thought leads to more and more and more of them, and you come full circle right back to the same original negative thought, and then it starts all over again. So the same can happen with positive mantras or positive affirmations. And when I work with people to create their own personal affirmations, we start with your limiting beliefs. And for me, this week I had read something the day my neck started to bother me. I was at the gym. I had taken a spin class. I had been a little bit more than aggressive. I got in some positions on the spin bike that I'm not supposed to, but I was feeling great, right? And this happens to me all the time. Feeling great physically, push yourself physically, then feel bad physically. And so I am now learning, and it's been, a 3-year-long process of learning to exercise in a different way, something different other than CrossFit, aggressive lifting, crazy spin class. I have to be kinder and gentler to my body. And that's okay. I don't beat myself up over that anymore. But I took this spin class. I was feeling great. I was sitting next to an old exercise buddy. And so there's a little competition there, right? And I pushed myself a little too much. And within a day, I wasn't feeling great. So that very day that the negative, nonsense about my physical limitations, I picked up a book. And I love when this happens. You pick up a book and you turn to a page, and it's exactly what you needed to read. And I wanted to share that with you because this little paragraph made me dive back into my affirmations. So I want to read it to you and share it with you guys and see if it motivates you to take those limiting beliefs and turn them into some positive affirmations. And let me know in the comments your number one limiting beliefs. Yes, Laura says she's grateful to recognize when the negative thought loops start and you can nip it. So I would love to know, Laura, since you're kind of, positive psychology savvy, right? You know the negative thought loop. Do you have a word that snaps you out of it? I do. I say to myself, not useful. So let me know if you have a cool word that you use. And if you're listening and you have a really big or a really small limiting belief that's still hanging around with you, that's I am fat, or I am ugly, or I am old, or something that holds you back from your greatness, from sharing your story, from sharing your mission with the world, let me know in the comments what that negative limiting belief is, and I'll happily create a positive switch for you, a positive mantra or affirmation. So grateful. Cool, Laura. That's awesome. I like it. I like it because it's positive. when I started with my positive psychology journey, I chose not useful. And, you know, that can have a negative connotation. So I like the fact that you use grateful. Really cool. All right, so I'm gonna read this little blurb from one of my meditation books. So this little book is little blurbs for you to meditate on. So if you don't do well meditating on an empty brain, like sometimes people say, oh, I can't turn the thoughts off. This book gives you some things to meditate on, and I really like it. And if you're curious about it, I'll share it with you because it's been helpful to me when I started my meditation journey. So it says, meditate on the profound power of the four elements: air, earth, fire, and water. Air is connected with purity and life force. Earth is associated with nourishing energy. Fire is connected with passion and purification. Water is associated with cleansing and life sustainment. Give thanks for all they give us. So I spent that day that the pain started 2 weeks ago meditating on those four simple things and all that they give me. And I came out of that 20-minute meditation with a whole different feeling in my body. And breaking it down to something simple, my meditation, to all the gifts that the earth gives us, nature, Mother Nature gives us, or the earth whatever you want to call it, the universe gives us, put my pain level in perspective for me. And it was really, really helpful. And Laura says her number one limiting belief is that she's not smart enough to master technology. It keeps popping up. Well, Laura, it just so happens that is my jam. So I mastered social media, technology. I use so much technology in my business with my clients, from file sharing to screen sharing to an online education platform to, well, actually I have 2 online education platforms, one for my coaching packages and one for essential oils education. So you know the right person who can guide you. And if I don't know the answer, Laura, I can tell you who to find online that will have the answer for you. So reach out to me and let's talk, because technology should never hold you back, no matter what age you are. I have my NLP trainer, Robert Burns, is almost 80 years old. And he has mastered LinkedIn like nobody's business. He's not really on Facebook too much, but he is on LinkedIn, and he has networked with some amazing people and has gotten himself I could go on forever. All right, so I'm not going to go on anymore. Let's connect and we'll talk about it. All right. Okay, now taking that limiting belief and turning it into something positive. I like mantras that start with I am, and I like putting emotion behind the mantra. Okay? Emotion behind the mantra. So my brain is not going to get excited over a statement like, I am working towards my healthy goals. No. Suzanne is going to get excited. My subconscious is going to get excited when I say, I am working towards my healthy goals. I am nourishing my brain and my body with the foods that I know are going to get me closer to my goals. Doesn't that feel better? right? It feels passionate. It feels excited. And when you look back at that meditation, air, fire, earth, water, use those elements of the basic things to be thankful for in your affirmations, right? Use the basics in your affirmations. All right, so now creating mantras. I'm going to read you something else that came up for me this morning. So I opened this very same book this morning before doing my meditation. Since it was so helpful a week and a half ago, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to open it again and see what happens. And this came up, and this is what prompted the live today. Mantras don't have to be spiritual phrases uttered during strictly meditative periods. Anything that is repeated over and over can be a mantra. For instance, at a basketball game, the constant repetition of a team or player's name functions like a mantra. Okay, so that gave me an idea. What if you created an amazing mantra for yourself, and it could be something small and simple and short and to the point? So that's my challenge for Powerfully Positive today. Create a mantra for yourself that's simple, easy, goes back to the basic things that we are grateful for in our universe, and share it, expand on it if you want, but let's get passionate about the mantra we create for ourselves. This mantra could be personal, it could be career, it could be life goal, it could be life mission, it could be anything. But create something, create a phrase that you say to yourself that motivates you to take action, to not feel sorry for yourself, to not feel bad about yourself, but to be excited about where you're going. That's my challenge for you guys today. And just to let you know, I'm going to be live here in the group more, sharing positive psychology, holistic healing, and just some everyday mom, coach, positive psychology practitioner help for your positivity journey. I want everyone to embrace living just a little lighter, just a little happier, and just a little more carefree. If you want to visit my blog, my website is SuzanneTaylorLifeCoach.com. I have some great positive psychology resources there for you, as well as health and wellness stuff. And if you register on my website right now, you will be forever in my community free. And I'm really excited about a membership community that's coming soon for all things wellness and holistic lifestyle. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for being here. And Laura asked what the book I am referring to is a book written by Barbara Ann Kipfer, and I'll share it in the comments. Self-meditation. And you can see there's all kinds of pages coming out. It's kind of ripped and torn. It's an old one. I've had it forever. She wrote an amazing book called 14,000 Things to Be Happy About. And it was one of my positive psychology reads, and that's how I found this book. I'll share it in the comments in case anybody's interested in a little self-meditation. And Laura created her mantra, I am unstoppable. I love it. You can be unstoppable with laundry. You could be unstoppable dusting. You could be unstoppable in your career, in your coaching, whatever is happening. And I love that. Thank you so much for being here today. And Carla, thanks for hopping on and joining. Laura, thank you. And I hope to see more of you guys in the group sharing your journey in positive psychology. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.